Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to learn St. Petersburg stitch, and then we're going to make a bracelet out of it. So here it is. This is the bracelet. This is several chains together. So here is the single chain right here, and we're going to make a double, and then we're going to go beyond a double and keep going. So once you learn how to make this, you can make this, which is a necklace I made using the same exact stitch. I just did several chains and I split it, and then I added this really pretty focal bead. So this is what we're going to do this today. We're going to have a video for this necklace up, hopefully this weekend, but if not this weekend, early next week sometime. I tried to do them together, but it was just a little too, too long and sort of confusing. So let me pull this one aside, and I'm just going to get a materials list going immediately. All right, so here's the bracelet. I'm going to use 80 seed beads to teach you this. So I have just a couple of colors. I'm going to change colors so that you can see what I'm doing. So I have a couple of colors, whatever. I just picked some contrasting colors. And then I have an accent bead, which I'm going to use this black bead. Okay, so the colors are going to be the body, and then on this one I used the Turquoise Picasso 80 seed beads, and I used these 3mm pyrite. These are real pyrite beads. And then I have a couple of cup buttons, which let me just grab a couple of those. I forgot to pull those out. So here we go. Any color that you like. I have a couple of cup buttons. I have some 11 seed beads because I wanted to show you how to do an edge. Like if you want to add a little picot on the edge, sometimes you do that because some thread may show on the edges if you use a bigger bead. So you can put a little 11 on the edge, and it'll keep the thread from showing. So I'll show you how to do that. On a little stop bead, size 10 beading needle. I've got some 8-pound black satin Fireline. Just move this over a little bit. There you go. So that's really what you're going to need for learning the stitch. I'll put the colors and the bead sizes for this one in the description box below the video. And where I purchased the beads, if they're still available. So I'll put some of those links in also. All right, so gather up your materials and we'll get started making this bracelet. All right, see you in a few. Okay, let's get started. So thread your needle with, if you can do it, 6 feet of thread. If you want to make the bracelet, you want to make it 6 or more feet of thread. We're going to put a stop bead in the middle. If you're just learning and you want to practice the stitch, do 4 feet. You don't want to get all tangled up. All right, so put a stop bead in the middle of the thread, so you can have the same amount on either side. So if you have 4 feet on, of course you can have 2 feet on either side, 6, 3 feet on either side. All right. So I'm going to do this. If you've watched my Russian leaf video, I'm going to do this one side. I'm going to do a single on one side, and then I'm going to make it into a double by using the other thread. All right. So pick up 6 of your 80s. Drop them down. This is what you have. You have 6 beads down to your stop bead. Get these situated. There we go. Just like that. We'll pull in super tight. So this is how you're going to count. This is bead 1, bead 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're always going to be counting 6 beads, and you'll see as we go along. Sew through beads 3 and 4. Just like that. So what you're going to have, you're going to have 2 columns. Don't count the stop bead. One with 4 beads and one column with 2 beads. Pick up your accent bead. It's my black bead. You're coming out of here, right there. Just come down 3 beads, just like that. Pick up another accent bead, come up your column of 2, just like that. Now pick up 4 beads, because we want to get 6 again. So these are 2. Here are 2, and I'm going to pick up 4. It's going to give me 6 beads. Come sew through beads 3 and 4 again. You're only working with the color bead in the center, not the accent bead. Just like that. Pick up an accent bead, come down 3, pick up an accent bead, come up the 2 column. Just like that. Pick up 4, drop them down, sew up through beads 3 and 4. Make your columns, pick up an accent bead, come through 3, just like that, pick up an accent bead, come up the 2 column. That's it. You got it. Do one more time. Pick up 4. That's the whole stitch. And then we're just going to connect each chain, and we'll get to that in the next few segments. All right, so I have my 6, come up beads 3 and 4, just like that. I have my 2 columns, come down 3, pick up 1, come up the 2 column, just like that. All right, so now you're just going to continue this all the way down. So there's our single. And then we're going to come back, we're going to take the bead off, and we're going to make a double out of it. All right, so get your bracelet length going. So if you're making the bracelet, just measure your bracelet size and take off a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch for the clasp. And then you'll know how many, how long your chain should be, and then you're going to add the clasp. All right, so get that done, and then meet me back here, and we'll continue. All right, see you in a few. Okay, we're back. So I'm going to make a mini bracelet so we can get the video going. So I've got my mini bracelet going on. So now I've got a single. You can just take this whole single and just make a bracelet out of that single. Just put 1 cup button at the end. But we're going to make it into a double. All right, so double is going to be just like that. All right, so hold it like this. Just like that. And you have a loose bead here, but that's fine. Oh, sorry. Let me move this up a little bit. Okay, better. Okay, so you have a little loose bead here, but that's fine. That's part of that chain there. All right, so pick up. Let's go for our second color. Pick up 6 of your 8-ohs, just like before. Drop them down. Okay, now you're going to come up beads 3 and 4. So just 3 and 4 of the 6 you put on. Don't count these here. Just of the 6 you put on, come through beads 3 and 4, just like we've been doing. Just like that. Try to keep it on the mat for you. So that's what we're going to do. Just like that. So see how we're coming. We're going to come up the other side. Now I'm just going to show you a little something different in case you want to. Sometimes when you do St. Petersburg stitch, you have a bigger bead on the outside like I do on this bracelet, and sometimes thread shows. So you might want to put a little bead at the end so a lot of thread doesn't show. It doesn't really show with the 8-ohs, but the bigger the bead, the more it's going to show. So I just want to show you how to put a little bead at the end, just in case you want to do that. So I'm just going to pick up my accent bead, and I'm just going to grab, which I totally forgot, bear with me, an 11-oh. So let me see if I can find one. There we go. Okay, I have a little 11-0 here. I'm going to pick up the 11-0, just like that. I'm going to drop those down. I'm going to try and hold this. So you see I have that 11-0 there. So just skip the 11-0 and go down the 3, just like you would normally do, just like we learned before. So let me see if I can get my needle in there so you can see it well. Just like that. I'm just skipping the 11-0. So it's going to just put it, it's going to set up right on top of that 8-0 so that a lot of thread doesn't show. So most of the time, I think using that little bead at the end is better if you're using a round bead or a bicone or something like that, something where there's too much thread that's going to show around the bead. So I just want to show you. So there we go, just like that. So if you don't want to bother with the little accent bead, you know, the little 11-0, just come back down through your 8-0 like we did before. Down 3, just like that. So you see that just puts a little bead at the end and not a lot of thread shows. Now you're going to flip that over like that, come up this bead. So instead of putting a bead at the end of the 2 column like we've been doing, you're going to come up this bead. So that's how you're going to attach. So I'm going to come with that one. And it's a little clumsy, and then I want you to come up the 2. Okay, so then come up, see if I can get my needle in there. Okay, come up the 2, just like that. All right, and now you've made your turn. You see how that see what happens there? Okay, so now we're going to do that again. I'm going to pick up 4 this time, because I have my 2 on there. I'm going to come up beads 3 and 4, just like that. I'm going to make my columns. I'm going to do the 11-0 one more time. So I'm going to pick up an 8-0 and an 11-0. Just like that. I'm going to skip the 11-0. I'm going to come down the 8-0 and 3 beads. So nothing's really changed other than instead of putting a bead here, we're just going to flip this over like that. We're going to come up the next bead on this edge, just like that, and the two column right there. See that? Okay. Do that again. Pick up 4. Come up beads 3 and 4, just like that. You can even flip this over now if you want. Pick up your 8-0, and if you want the little accent bead. So this, you know, this is up to you if you want to put that little bead in there. Sometimes it's good to put it around the edge, as I said. I didn't on that one, but it's certainly available there, you know, to you. So here, actually it looks kind of pretty at the end right there. So come down the accent bead and 3 of your 8-0s, the 3 8-0s. Come through the bead that's on your project, and then up through the 2 column, just like that. All right, so there you go. That's the whole thing. So continue that all the way down until you have a double chain. And then I'm going to show you how to add on the triple. So you're going to add 1 more chain on here, and then we're going to add another chain. So you can have this nice wide bracelet, and you can keep adding chains as much as you want. Okay? All right, so get that done, and then meet me back here, and we'll continue. Okay, we're back for a minute because I have to add some thread, so I thought I'd share that with you. So cut a length of thread, so if you've run out of thread. And I add thread like this on every project. So whatever I do, this is pretty much how I do it. So you just want your thread to come out of the same place that your old thread has come out. So here's my new thread. I put on a stop bead. I'm going to just follow my thread path. Let's say I'm just going to come through, this one, through these 2, just like that. My stop bead is going to keep my thread in place, and I'm going to come up these 2. You can even go back further if you want, but This is fine. And now my thread is coming out of the same place my old thread was coming out of. My old thread, I'm just going to hold in the back as well as the tail of the new thread. Then I'm going to start beading. Pick up 4. Drop them down. Come up beads 3 and 4. Just like that. Pick up my accent bead, and if you want, the 11-0. Just like that. Come down my 3 beads, up the center bead, and sometimes I just go right up these 2 even if they're on that side, and look what happens. It kind of just whoop, pulls it over. And then I have my new thread on, and I'm just going to keep beading, and whenever I feel like it I can take this stop bead off and sew them in. With this weave, I suggest you sew them in rather quickly because it's a little loose, and sometimes the beads can loosen up a little bit. So just sew in, follow your thread path, sew it in, sew in the old thread, and just keep weaving. And so meet me back here and we'll continue. All right, see you in a few. Okay, we're back, so let's continue. So I finished my little micro mini bracelet. So I've situated so that my 11-0s, if you want those on the edges, is on the edge. So I'm going to work this way now. So thread your needle again with however many feet, 6 feet if you can, if you're making the bracelet. Put on a stop bead in the middle. Put your 6 beads on. Come up beads 3 and 4. So it's like we're making a whole new chain. And then we're going to attach it. So this is what I have. I have my 2 columns that I've had all along. I'm just going to put those right here. Okay. Right next to my other piece. Now I'm coming out of here. I'm just going to grab this bead right here. See that guy? And then I'm going to come down 3. So that's how we're attaching, just like that. I'll leave that for a few seconds so you can see. So needle going straight down through that black bead and 3 of the 4 column. I'm going to take that, go like this. Then I'm going to pick up my black bead, come up the 2 column. Just like that. Now I'm connected. Now I'm going to pick up 4. Just like that. Drop them down. Come up beads 3 and 4. Just like that. Till I have my 2 columns. Come down this one and 3. Just like that. Pick up a black one. Come up the 2 column. Do that one more time. Pick up 4. Drop them down. Come up beads 3 and 4. Grab this bead, just going to straighten it out a little bit. Come down 3. Pick up a black bead. Come up 2. And sometimes these kind of get a little wonky, so just straighten it out so it looks like that. All right, so keep doing that until you get this chain on, and then we'll come back and we'll do the other side. All right, see you in a few. Okay, so we're back. Now grab your other thread, take off the stop bead. Of course, you've put your needle on, and you have that little errant bead over there. Just leave them there. Pick up 6 of your beads. So I'm just changing color, so it's easy for you to see what I'm doing. Drop them down. Come up beads 3 and 4, just like that. And remember, we're going to flip this over like that. So because this is going to be my outside edge, I'm going to take my black bead plus an 11-0. If you want to put that 11-0 on the edge, drop them down. I'm going to skip the 11-0, come down 3, just like that. See that? Remember, if you're not doing the little 11-0, just come down the black bead, attach the black bead to the top. Now I'm going to come through this bead here. Okay, so I'm coming out of here, just going to come through this one, and these two, if I can get them. Let me just get my needle through, just like that. Now you've attached the next chain. Pick up 4, drop them down, come up beads 3 and 4, just like that. You can flip it over like that if you want. Pick up your black bead and your little 11-0 if you want that edge. Just like that. Come through the black bead in these 3. Come up through this black bead, and if you can get these, the 2, put those 2. Come through those 2. Do it one more time. Pick up 4. Come up beads 3 and 4. Pick up your black one, and I won't add the 11-0 on, just to remind you how to do this. So here, just pick up the black one, just going back through, just like that. Coming up this guy, you can pop these over if you want. A little, and then up these 2, just like that. And that's your next one. Alright, so then just do that all the way up to the end of your bracelet, and then come on back and we'll put the cup buttons on. Alright, see you in a few. We're back. So here we are. I just wanted you to see how the edge looks. So this is with the 11-0 and this is without the 11-0. So whichever one you like. So thread a needle with a couple of feet, put on a stop bead, and just leave enough of a tail to sew in. I'm just going to put my needle through these 4 beads. I'm going to pick up an 8-0 and my cup button. And I'm going to pick up 3 8-0s to decorate my cup button. So I'm just going to, coming through one side of the cup button, just going to come down through the other side, just like that. And I'm going to pick up another 8-0. Going to come down through this side, just like that. Going to come up through these. And then I'm going to work my way up through to the top again. Just make sure you're sort of staying where thread is coming out of. You're not making, you're sort of, you look and see if there's a thread coming out, you can follow that thread. Alright? Come through my beads on my cup button. Gonna come down. Through all these beads again. And just repeat that to get your cup button nice and sturdy. I'm not going to do it, but you're just going to repeat, just go through the same steps. And then I'm just going to, so you'll be coming out here, I'm just going to continue on down through this one. I'm going to come up through this one and these. Just like that. Going to add an 8/0. Come through my cut button. Move my thread out of the way. Just like that. What did I do here? Okay, add my decoration for the top of my cut button. Come through the other side. Just like that. Pull. Pick up another 8/0. Come down through these 4 beads to attach your button, and then just go around and secure that and that cup button on. And then meet me back here and we'll do the loops on the other end. All right, see you in a few. We're back, so let's get the loops on. So you should have 2 threads coming out of each double chain here. If you don't, you can have to add thread. So pick up 14 of your beads. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just picking up a combination of my colors. Okay. Drop them down. Come back through these 2. So you have a loop on, just like that. Come back up all the beads. All the way around. If you find the 8/0s are kind of bulky, you can always alternate an 8/0 and 11 and an 11/0 to make your loop a little a little more flexible. Okay, so we've come around. Okay, now come through, let's say this one, and then just tightening up a bit, come through, just following a thread path. You can come up through these. I just want to tighten that up, and then I'm going to sew this thread in, and then you're going to take your needle and you're going to thread this end, and you're going to come around this way, and then you're going to sew your threads in. So that way you have the nice sturdy loop to your bracelet there. All right, so get that done and do the other side, of course, and then meet me back here and we'll look at our bracelets. All right, see you. We're back, and here are our bracelets. So here's our little mini, and here's our full-size bracelet. Very cute. You could probably close it. Let's see. Yeah, I won't do the other side, but there you go. There's our little mini. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed learning St. Petersburg stitch. Go play, have a lot of fun. The necklace will be coming up soon, and I want to thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye-bye.